Third time was not the charm. I should have just listened to Jen and just gone with 4 right from the start. Anyway, this is my Vortex Pinnacle theoretical Mythic Plus walkthrough. Kind of a developer feedback, things that were great about the dungeon, terrible about the dungeon. There's not really anything terrible about the dungeon. That's kind of why I suggest it. Anyway, a disclaimer. I am a meat popsicle. I'm on both the ADHD and autism spectrums, which means I am very strange. I've been a gamer since the Atari and NES days, which means I'm not a boomer, but I'm basically a boomer gamer. I played the first half of WoW and then stopped for a while and played the last 3 expansions. Never made a videos. I've just been winging it with OBS. Thought it was going to be a one take. 4th time now. We'll see if this is finally the last. I want to be a content creator, but can't find a guild. Anyway, as far as I'm aware, I'm the only person who was explicitly asking for Vortex Pinnacle Mythic Plus. As you see in the tweet, hardly anyone even seems to remember the dungeon, which is very sad because it's one of the best dungeons that Blizzard ever made. So I figured I'd try something new and do this video and give the devs some feedback while they were still working on the dungeon, since it's not going to be showing up on the 16th. Anyway, February 9th, by the way. Let's see. And let's not leave it on this screen this time. Hey. Oh, we forgot the... Anyway. I won't share the stream this time. Okay. Meow y'all. I am Zinc. And, this is where Vortex Pinnacle is. Down here. Bottom of Oldham. Where we already went to, you know, Old Gods, BFA, Primalist, Summoning Stone. Dungeon Pro? Somewhere. There it is. You gotta fly up here. Took me 3 minutes. Oh, by the way, devs, this would be a great place to test dragon riding. It's not like anyone uses it for anything anyway. Cataclysm was a, from the start, flying expansion. Like, it's not like you can do any harm to the zone. You know, it'd be a great place to be like, hey, since let's do another Zadormi phase. Not a Zadormi, not Chromie. I don't know, sometime dragon. But stick another bronze dragon over there and be like an even extra phase to Dragon Isles time, where it enables dragon riding and give a good experiment to enabling in the old world. Anyway, right here, there will be the first teleporter, first shortcut. You always respawn. If you die, you'll respawn over here, but you just click that thing and it'll teleport you to right there after you kill that boss, and there'll be one over here after you kill that boss that takes you over to here. Anyway, this first pack, you cannot walk around here unless there is no invisible wall, so a demon hunter could hop up over here. I guess an evoker, I don't know, whatever. Anyway, you can get that, but you can't really... I don't know if you can mine through here, but otherwise you can't pass through it. Anytime these little wild vortexes, let's see. These wild vortexes, which they may or may not actually pay attention to my pets, they cast Cyclone. No. I'm just gonna kill them. Okay. Anyway. These are the most important mobs in any of these pulls. Yeah, there you go. Cyclone. It's the same as the Druid one, except I believe it is magic. It might be physical, like the actual Druid one, but I think it is dispellable. There's a lot of like dispels and stuff in here. A little bit of a knockback when you kill stuff. Mostly that dude, he does a little AoE circle. There's 2 of these guys actually. Which I was thinking, if you're not going to skip that pull, you might try pulling these onto that, but probably not, because it's already a pretty big pull. Needs 2 kicks, hurts, like, it's a medium danger pull, 5 out of 10 or so. These guys, they just do this thing. Come on. Well, I kind of bugged them a little bit, but yeah. Anyway, basically, BFA dungeon, storm something. Some storm dungeon. With more old god stuff, same mechanic with that same guy on the bridge. Probably another thing that you would be line of sighting.
Sorta like a what is fun. Let me spell it for you.
Not sure if it's line of sightable. Anyway, these things, super cool, super well coded, beautifully coded. Actually, you'd die. Even though you'd probably actually would be pulling, you'd probably be pulling this with that bridge pull, like, because this is just one kick here. It's one of those cyclone guys. These dudes charge, but they're just thugs. These would be big fat brutes in freehold. All they do is a charge. See if we can get them to do it again. It's not just on pull. It's no, maybe. Anyway. But these things, you need these Lurking Tempest, you have to face to kill them. You don't actually kill them. If I damage it, it will die because I'm overkilling it by 1,000,000, but you just glance at it. You don't want to ever let it cast, because if somebody isn't staring at it... Yeah, get the hell out of here. Come on, Tempest. Okay, he listened too well. Alright, whatever, there's another one. Anyway, you're not supposed to be able to kill them. That's probably gonna... They have a healing, they heal 5% health a second or something. Anyway. These guys, 3 kicks. These lightning bolts are probably gonna hurt about the same amount as the Hydro Lance in Temple of the Jade Serpent. Meaning, try to kick it, but not the end of the world. Unless you're, Elsamir? Was that the one that, I think he was the one that got killed by the Hydro Lance because his world first caliber teammates didn't kick a spell? Question mark? Anyway, and there is another one over here. If you could manage 4 kicks, or if you had a Warlock to banish, or if you just said screw it, we'll just do this one by itself. Because, yeah, that's probably going to be, weirdly, one of the most technical pulls in the entire game, most likely. Because it has the, I guess it's not really dangerous, the penalty isn't very bad. But before I leave this area, this guy should not actually start... Oh, he did. Okay. So that guy actually might be aggroing, but I don't believe he'll be casting when you aggro this pull. A lot of debuffs like that. Attack speed reduction. That's something I meant to mention. Overall, the damage in this dungeon is about a 4 out of 10 on the danger level. Like, not the scariest. It's kind of a freeholdish, underrodish. Some of the pulls are kind of I forgot the dungeon again. Spires of Ascension. This is a very Spires of Ascension dungeon in general. I can't imagine that whoever designed Spires did not spend some time in here, time walking or something. The stun, very short, doesn't really matter. They just kind of do it. Like they will probably be doing it on range, I would imagine. Like it's probably some kind of like, you know, the ranger over here, they're just randomly charging. It probably drops a little bit of threat, but these guys are just whatever. No, they don't matter. But they do that knockback, which, devs, I suggest you make it scale up with key level to where it is like Razageth super zoomy, like, you know, rockets you off the thing, you know, like you know, like, actually that was pretty slow. Well, that wasn't, anyway, make it blast you to like to where you have to put your back against the wall, or else it shoots you off the side. Because as you see, there's no death penalty. There never was. At no point in the dungeon is there ever a death penalty for jumping off the side. It literally just sends you to the back, or sends you to the start. And if you kill the first boss, there would be a teleporter up at the beginning. I don't think this is jumpable. No, didn't think so. Demon probably could. Devs, you're probably going to need a fair amount of invisible walls, because I don't think there's like hardly any invisible walls in here. Like they basically just use height for almost everything. So this was still the era of very exploitable terrain. So if you care about that still, you're gonna have to, you know, evade could break this place left and like evade could break this place like Bruce Lee chopping crackers. I don't know. Anyway, It's one of these dudes that you have to face. If you don't face them while you're in combat, pet passive, pet passive. Two cycling dudes, Prince. See, got 2 kicks. This one's probably going to hurt quite a bit, actually, because someone's probably going to start missing kicks, and they're going to be lightning bolts. But if no one is facing these, which they're very irrelevant, but if you don't do them, they will probably, cause wipes. Come on, fight me, hurry, hurry up and fight me. Good lord, why won't you just fight me? See how I'm trying to get it to punish me, and it's just not. Okay. There we go. See the lightning bolts? It's just the same. It's all the rest of the lightning bolts pretty much, except it's not interruptible. That blue on my UI that means it's like it would be stunnable, but I think they're CC immune as well. But if you just look at it, it just stops. So it'll basically be a healer and tank thing. So you just pop them down. But the whole while, you got these cyclones. These things don't keep spawning these guys. It spawns the first ones, and that's it. Just like Ruby. Last pull's a Ruby, except there's no real shields or anything. That'd be kind of cool though if you add the same little shield mechanic that the Tempest dudes at the end of Ruby. Ruby what? This is Ruby. Ruby something. Ruby life pools, thank you. Okay. There's another one of these dudes that you have to look at. 2 princes. This is a very hard-hitting pull. This pull is going to truck your tanks. Like, it don't matter. Like, hey warriors. Like, how you deal with magic damage these days? Like, oh come on, why are they not? Why are they meleeing me? They are not supposed to do this. Okay. I'm not sure how I managed to do this, devs, but here's a bug for you. They are all supposed to be spamming lightning bolts, and they are just... Why are they trying to hit me? Okay. Alright. Yeah, these... Huh. I've never seen this happen before, but, yeah, they're supposed to... At least I thought they were. Maybe they're not. Anyway. This pull hurts either way. But it's just melee, so... this thing, if you're a warrior or something, pot warrior, do not heroic leap up here and run past here. Like, here's safe, but wait for your full party. Everyone needs to group up. Everyone needs to, like, just be patient, wait here, because once you cross this circle, go into this area, the boss will aggro, and boss will aggro, and then he spawns these tornadoes. These things, the hitbox is not the bottom. Blizzard devs, this needs to be more visually, this needs visual work. The hitbox is the top here. It's not the bottom, which it looks like, because you're fighting, you think you can get close, but I'm under it, the cone, and so I'm getting hit, which is, ooh, I got it finally. See how, and this is with Death Knight, this is with Death Advance. Like, if you weren't a DK, you're RP walking right now while taking this dot, and this thing when he pulls the tornadoes in. Okay. So there's a soften rage. I did not know that was there too. That's interesting. Never seen that before. There's one over there too. Okay. So there's those things as well. Okay. So I have not. Ah. Okay. Yes. Blizzard devs. I did not actually see this, but in the last attempt, I was suggesting that this fight needed maybe something more because it's very repetitive. Make the soften rage of either keep adding these, like make these guys continue to spawn during the fight. That'd be pretty cool. Because it'd be like, it would end up being where like everyone's just like, I'd be like paranoia, like, oh my god, which, while trying to still, but it's spastic in a fun way, because you glance at them and they pop back down. Right? They're very responsive, so I think it would be actually a really cool soften rage, which actually it looks like the fight might be doing already. Okay. Yeah, okay, so it already does that. Cool. Alright, awesome. I did not know that. I guess because it killed him. He usually dies very fast. He has not much health. Oh yeah, Jesus. 100, that's like twice as much as the mobs have. So this is just basically an elite. But anyway, if you touch these things, which you're having to weave in and out, melee, this is just like Halls of Valor, Hersha, when she's doing the golden balls. and you can kind of like you can still hit her from way out here. It's the same kind of like where you can stand like just outside and still you're still going to be taking this lightning. Everyone's going to be taking lightning. It's a healer check. This is a healer check boss in general. But you can stand out here. Everyone should be taking. It's very Halls of Valor, very Hersha in general. Hold the cadence, the healing cadence and stuff. It will be very Hersha like in general, assuming that is actually her name in Halls of Valor, the Valkyrie chick. I think you can see what I'm talking about, where it's like the same. Like if this was the thing where you stack inside. I don't know what it's called, but when she does the lightning storm and you have to stack inside, this will feel like that, except everyone's going to be scattered around, and if they're dumb, they're going to be getting hit by this thing with this massive debuff, which it hurts, but this is with a lot of healers, JB, Ellesmere, Jack, people like that oh, that's back to the start. Don't go that way. Like I did. Or not. Crap. Alright. I am lost. Oh my god. Okay, this is the right way. Anyway, you click this thing. Devs, these need to be more visually apparent. This is how you get through the dungeon, but you can't. This has no. Doesn't look like anything. Give it an outline, give it a glow, give it an NPC, give it a sign. Give it something. How are we doing on? Okay, we're about halfway through. Okay, doing better on time this time. Made a 30-minute playlist to figure out what's the easiest way to keep track. This pull, you'll probably be double pulling this, because you're most likely going to want to skip the first pull. Actually, no, first pull only 2 kicks. You're probably going to want to skip on like the quadruple cyclones or something, like somewhere down on that bridge. Like, well, if you got a shroud, you got a rogue, you have more kicks. Who knows? Anyway, point being, these guys are easy. They don't really do anything except they are separate. These are not linked together. They are mirrored. That's all. There's nothing in here but these. Should think. Yeah, all the same. They do this thing. I'm not sure if this will be a spell that you bait, but I'm not sure if this is something that range bait. It might be, but I'm pretty sure it's just something that they cast on top of their heads. So this is this kind of, let's do this in a way that won't make people malicious. Like, there we go. So you'd be doing this kind of thing. And you could, I mean, don't you kind of wish there was like another 4 or 5 of these right now? Like, give me 20 or 30 of these guys. Like, you got your melee, just walk around the side, like no one's taking any damage. Like, yeah, I'm getting hit by this thing, but yeah. You can't if you backpedal, you get hit twice, but you have to kind of, it's a little awkward, but yeah. You'd just be doing this. I can't imagine, like, MDI, this is not, like, you'd be dumb not to. If you not to do that as a double pull instead of single. Especially since these guys, they are rogues. They are not invisible, even though they are assassins and they look see-through. They are not stealthed or anything. They just have this thing. They apply a debuff. It goes up. It's just a poison dot. It stacks up to like 90% at 9. I think it's like 10% attack. Like it basically makes your tank to where it only hits the tank. Like these mobs are like nothing. But they just make life horrible for your tank. But it's a poison. It's very easily dispellable. If you keep it down to like between 1 to 5 stacks, it's not too terrible. But if you just leave your tank at full poison stacks, they're gonna look for a different healer. Anyway, these dragons are extremely scary. Whoops. Anyway, these things super cool. Were always just funny. These were always just funny in like time walking and just running through the dungeons, because they just not really doing it. You kind of see they're not really doing it because they're missing, but these are just like explosive orbs, which actually maybe explosive could just become this. Anyway, but you tap these. Just they have 1 HP, I think. Oh, are they? That's a lot of health. They always died in 1 hit. I don't know. He's digging the music. Anyway, so I've never seen that happen before. That is hilarious. I don't think it actually. Anyway, these things, devs, bug report, by the way. I guess I kind of want it to stay. I wish they all did that. Devs, feedback suggestion. ADHD, by the way. Anyway, these things apparently you do actually have to hit them a little bit, but they die super fast. Even if I wasn't a jillion levels over them, they would still die super fast. But I was thinking that instead of just being a silly, haha, kind of a time waster knockback, make these like the Azure Vault, the Whelplings, the alarm Whelplings where they have the AoE that grows and shrinks. Make it like that, but I guess the same speed, whatever. And then so when the knockback happens, anyway, you can see, like, if people tried to sneak by, make them invincible or something, or make them like a ton of health. Yeah, there you go. So that happens. It's not punishing because you don't die. It's not a death counter. It's just a time waster. So it's just like makes people roll their eyes at you. And then you have the teleporters, which a second one will spawn here. If this one is here, you want to kill that other one. These need to be more visible. All right, we gotta hurry. Don't want to make this another hour-long video of where I didn't record everything. Did I even start recording? I hope I did. We'll find out. Dude's still jamming out. Sweet. More of those assassins, but you don't want more of them anyway. I guess you could kite them. Anyway. But yeah, imagine if this was less of something you just hit and something that you actually had to time. You couldn't kill it, or you could kill it, but it took like a minute or two. It just wasn't worth it unless you had somebody. Like the blind guilds and stuff. You're trying to do the accessibility. If you made it technically killable, then it would let people do it. But you could just make it sound based or something too. I mean, you did the sound thing with the this thing, the convergent prism. You did the frequency based thing like that. Just do frequency of change. Make them change pitch as they grow and shrink for your blind people. Anyway, it's a quadruple pack of the assassins. It's extremely hard to skip these without face pulling them. If you try to skip them in a pug, unless this becomes like the normal strat, which I mean these are terrible, so it wouldn't surprise me if the common strat becomes to skip these. But they roam the whole way back and forth from like this end the whole way back up around here. So odds are very good that someone is going to aggro them. And I think they cross each other's paths. So I don't think you can like just pull one. I think it's like you pull all four or you don't pull any. Anyway, now that we have a dragon, that I can actually show you what he did. Dragons are extremely scary. These are going to need some kind of dev work because they're kind of weird right now. First off, they're jamming out. Anyway, you got the melee attacks inflict additional physical damage divided evenly among all targets in range. You got your meteor cleave, like your Fenrir Halls of Valor. It's every melee attack, but Chilling Blast. This is a very doesn't tell me how much damage. You can make the cast time 5-6 seconds, and make the cone visually apparent, so you can give it a better outline or something. So then, because it's kind of, yeah, that's just kind of like where was that cone, and it's kind of in the ground, and yeah. So make the outline a lot more clear. Maybe get rid of some of this, whatever. I mean. Maybe it's just because of my graphic settings, but yeah, get some dark textures over here. Like this needs work. These like weird textures of wind that would make people motion sick and stuff. But yeah, so you've got the cone. That cone, if I remember right, it was doing like half to 2/3 my health ish as a tank, but I didn't know they did the cleave melee, the split. The meteor melee. I didn't know they had the meteor melee. Cool. I didn't know they did that before, so it may have just been like a combined Chilling Blast thing, but you would need to increase the cast time on the Chilling Blast so that melee could, you could share the damage with the tank if that's the way you want to tune it, and then give them enough time to get around behind him for the Chilling Blast. Yeah. So anyway, the healing circles, you could also, as you see, it doesn't last that long. On a fortified 20 something, mid 20s fortified, like this dude's gonna be lasting way longer than the healing circle will. But the healing circle is 5% health every 1 second. Probably gonna need tuning because that's actually like broken. These guys are all linked. You can't pull half, you have to pull all. There's assassins on either side, so tanks, they're only relevant to y'all. I think this is probably going to be, because you're going to have the healing bottle too, like you'd be able to, grab them all. If there's assassins in here too, if you can have the debuff anyway. Do shamans still have that, they still got that dispel totem that's like super OP for stuff like this? When you're getting like, dots sticking on you? Because the tanks are gonna... God, oh man, this is... Oh, okay, never mind. I want to do this pull now. I'm like getting chills just even thinking about doing this. I'm like on a real key. Like just I'm sure some of y'all can imagine just like how ridiculously fun this pull is going to be. Because the healing circle is going to be there. It's just the poison buff is, and these, I mean, the clouds are, whatever. Like that's you just need a predictable kiting pattern and that'll be fine. But yeah, you'll I guess it'll probably just be like, yeah, it's gonna be like a lust pull. Just be like, grab the assassins, because you can't really... I think it's probably like MDI grab everything, push keys. You'd probably try to skip those assassins or something, because that would probably just add too much danger. Because you're gonna need to like spam your deck with poison dispels, because it'll... Two of them stacks to the 90% slow. It's a haste slow too, so like your tank has no mitigation while that's happening. Like so it's not just like healers. You are killing your tanks by not dispelling this kind of stuff off them. This place is full of this place is a low moderate damage on the group, but lots of debuffs, lots of punishing debuffs that don't hurt a lot. Exactly the kind of thing that people like Elsmere were asking for. Like this is a next generation dungeon basically that existed 15 years ago. So like Vortex Pinnacle, great place. Anyway, super cool boss. Come on. He has a very small aggro radius. Come on. Oh my, come on. There you go. These things, Blizzard devs, these tornadoes need major visual work. They are stupidly invisible. My graphics settings are like at 6 or something. Look at this. These knock you up, and like, I mean, they don't kill you. Like it's meant that you're supposed to be able to hit them, but like Croth, is it Croth that's in Algathar Academy? That's already been bad enough. Like look at this strong wind slow. So yeah, this is knocking me up, and this is like each time this is chunking me. Anyway, but the boss himself doesn't really do much of anything. It's basically just a frontal cone. Like that's it. Like chilling breath. Like silly boring boss. But there's all this stuff which take out half of them, add some visual clarity, give the boss another ability. The main mechanic, upwinds and downwinds. Because pugs never do this right. Pugs always fail this mechanic, but they'll learn it eventually. Like, you'll still have people like I will be surprised if people like in like 9s if I ran this dungeon on a +9 and the entire pug did this mechanic properly, I would be shocked and applaud them. No offense, it's just how it goes. But once you get up to the range of people paying attention, this is the only part that's not trivial about this boss is the visual clarity, which is miserable. Look at that, like, just it just looks terrible. Anyway, the winds, which is the cool mechanic. So the direction of the wind, you have to actually be over him, because if you go behind him, or there you go. If you have the wind hitting you first, then you get super, super haste. You get Mega Lust. You go down, you get negative anti-lust. And everyone laughs at you because you do, like, as much DPS as a battle pet. That's the whole fight. Which is why he probably needs another ability. If you take the teleporter, which actually, now that I've killed this boss, you shouldn't need to take this teleporter, but if someone does, you can click it from coming up there. Anyway. Now that I killed that boss, though, there will be a teleporter right here. There'll be tornado thingies here and here that both, again, Blizzard need outlines, need NPCs, need some kind of sign or something that makes them visually apparent, because these tornadoes, you cannot see them. It's all just gray on gray on gray on gray. A lot of us can't see worth crap. Yeah, anyway. This is show you what somebody with bad visual clarity and attention span uses for a UI. Like bright colors, bright glowing, you know, shiny, flashy, in your face, like not gray on gray. Anyway, running out of time. Last boss though. These poles used to be pug killers. Everyone used to hate these things. They're not that bad though. At least this one. Temple Adepts, they are healers. They are literally just priests. They cast Greater Heal. They probably are the ones that cast Blessing of Protection. It's just straight up, just Blessing of Protection. It's the Paladin spell. But they, I think they usually cast on the Executor. Usually cast on the melee guys, but I think they cast anything. But you could. It's a very strong priest dungeon, by the way. Priests are like I always love Shadow Priest, but But yeah, give me a priest any day of the week. They will excel in here though. Holy Smite, you do not want to kick that. Just leave that. That is just basically arcane missiles, like same as like Algothar Academy. The arcane missile thing there, like pretty much the same thing. The thunderclap knockback is whatever. I don't think it even has a debuff. It's just like, just to be like, haha, you bounced. Rally though, rally is horrible. This, I still think it needs a longer cooldown because they can spam it on AoE. They can cast on everybody. But these Holy Adepts, they will most likely be the kill target, or they will most likely be Skull. They cast Greater Heal on 5-second cooldown, give or take. 5-10 second cooldown is a full heal basically. If you let it cast, you might as well have not ever hit the mob. So you'll be generally, like, I would always when I was tanking, like if I'm tanking, I would say like if one of the DPS kicked in pugs, you know, obviously coordinated groups, whatever, but I don't get to find coordinated groups because no one wants to play with me. Looking for a team, looking for a guild, looking for Hall of Fame, you know, MDI, TGP, like I got the skill and stuff. You don't believe me? My eye sucks. Trust. Like, I've been playing this game for like 20 years. And I don't work or anything. I can't work. Kind of weird thing to randomly say, but yeah. These guys, this thing, this grounding field, same thing as the last boss cast. If you're under this pyramid, you are immune. It's just grounding totem. Shaman grounding totem, but it never gets consumed, it never expires, never goes away. 2 Temple Adepts. Both will cast that Greater Heal. If you let them sit in here, they're screwed. Actually, by the way, Blizzard devs, I'm not sure exactly what works on these things, because it's kind of like, I'll kick, interrupt. Well, I accidentally killed it. Crap. Forgot me. Got a lot of weird macros. Anyway. You can't kick them. They're immune to interrupts. They're immune to magic, but not physical. Like I can melee them. I can do that. I can blindly sleep them, but cannot grip them. They're immune to grip. They are immune to stun. It's done. What button is that? I need to quit messing with my keybinds every day. Why is that just not... Do I not have that spell? I do. Okay, no, that got absorbed too. Yeah, grounding field. Yeah, and then grounding field. So, but you can melee. So these if you had an all caster group and 2 of the adepts in there, yeah, you could soft lock this dungeon. You could soft lock this dungeon by having 2 adepts with no physical stops, without enough physical damage to out DPS the greater heals, with them both spamming greater heal on each other. Yeah, you'd be totally screwed. So yeah, there needs to be something. That's only if you are in. Basically, if you screw that up. Anyway, this right here. Groups. Stop here. Be patient. Wait for your group. Don't pass this point until everyone's grouped up, or at least most people go. Just don't heroic leap, or don't go running ahead being like, oh, look, mobs, and then you step right here, because as soon as you step here, these guys start shooting. Start shooting. Wow. This would be so much easier. Okay, wait. There you go. They will. You'll be standing like right here, and this will be happening. They have no threat table. They just fire randomly to anyone within 100-ish yards. Some probably. Who knows? We're probably like on a while. Probably look at them for one. How it'd be 40 to 100 yards most likely. They are strange and annoying. They despawn after 2 minutes. They will just these spawn on last boss too. See how they don't actually die? I killed them, but they. Yeah. It's because these mobs are very strange. Devs, Blizzard devs, you need to be very careful how these interact with explosives. These could get extremely toxic with explosive. Like, I mean, just that on explosive sounds terrible, but hey, 2 more devs. The executives, I didn't mention, but they do a frontal that is not. The frontal should probably just go. It's the same thing as like Court of Stars. Actually, this dungeon in general has a lot of the same problems as Court of Stars. You did not go far enough with Court of Stars, by the way, Blizzard. The visual clarity is still terrible. Like, did you even just notice that frontal? They just did a group wiping front, or not group wiping, but a DPS murdering frontal. That would have probably procced our rogue's cheat death. Same, just like Karazhan, Court of Stars, like these need more visual clarity, or just make them not do that. Just take the frontal off. Like, frontals are terrible, or at least those kind. Like the dragon ones, yeah, everyone like these are just dudes with a stick. Like they don't need to have frontals. I ran out of time. Anyway, but we're almost done. This pool. Adepts. 2 adepts. Minister of Air as well. So these going to be spamming greater heals. Don't kick the smites, remember. These are going to be spamming greater heals like crazy. This guy is going to be chain casting like an arcane missile kind of thing. Also buffing and stuff, but these guys are going to be doing frontals. Please not. The rally is already enough. Because, I mean, the rally is like PvP Thorns. Rogues will kill themselves. Demon Hunters will kill themselves on it. Just take the frontal away. These guys. Put on passive. Yes. Don't run in. Tanks, do not run in. Just pull them. Hold them. Stay out here. Everything will run out. They will not cast until they are out of the thing. Like they are like hard coded to not cast until they are out of the thing. So the only way you can brick this, the only way you can soft lock it, unless Blizzard does, you should probably fix that. But I don't. It'll be hard to fix. This dungeon is already almost perfect. So yeah, keep the pyramid in. Keep everything like this. This thing is amazing. It's exploitable. Oh yeah, I didn't even say casters. Everyone gets this. Casters get to stand in this too. And I need to just go ahead and let's just have some fun.
It's not about winning. It's about fun.
What's that?
Fun is when
Every timer.
fine.
40 minutes. 45 minutes is not the end of the world.
It's kinda
Anyway.
like a what is fun? Let me spell it for you.
So yes, your casters will stand in this. Your tanks, if you were doing absurd keys, like Raging Fortified, if it doesn't get changed, you know, like a 18 plus Raging Fortified at when Raging kicked in, if I was a tank, yeah, because you'll probably get one shot if you don't. Casters, everyone else, like really what you want to be doing is taking them, you know, you pretty much just tank, like you'll pull them, you'll stand here as a tank, everyone else will stand like right here, you know, probably be more about like here. Yeah, but you'll stand about here, you just pull them, stand perfectly still, wait for the mobs, then group them, like, and everyone else, no one else can touch them either. Everyone has to not touch them until they start casting. That is extremely important, because otherwise they can stop, they'll start. Basically, if you annoy them, they'll just start casting. It's a feely craft kind of thing. Anyway, this is another speed boost thing. You can run around here, but oh yeah, be extremely careful. Everyone needs to group up before they jump off here. Everyone's going to want to jump off here because this just goes around. It's a waste of time to not just run around. But everyone needs to group up on top. You group up on top before you jump, because as soon as you pass about here, these aggro, they have a huge, these things have like 60-yard aggro range. These things, they're on purpose. Same, the boss spawns these things too. No threat table. Low health from falling, like, you can slow fall and stuff. Yeah. So yeah, this is, I've had to solo or like a 2-man this pull half the time. Or you could just wait 2 minutes for them to despawn. Again, Blizzard does weird, like, but it's a simple way. That's last boss. Main mechanic, he does chain lightning. He does a static thing. He does a root. That this is very much like the last boss in Necrotic Wake. Static lightning. There we go. Rooted in place. It lasts perfectly long enough to the storm. So you have to, like healers, you have to dispel this, or you have to break this, or whoever has it will die. He does this unstable ground thing, and because I was rooted, oh no, I couldn't make it. So like this is like 30% health, 30% health, 30%. Like if you're out of it, if you're out of the pyramid, it's like Zab dead. Soft and Rage of these stars, they keep spawning, but they cap out at 6 because they despawn every 2 minutes, and they respawn. They spawn every 20-30 seconds or something. I don't know. But they it's not really feasible to kill them because you see how it's spread. You'd have to have like a Boomkin, Shadow Priest, Deflection Warlock, or some weird comp like that to like even attempt to try to kill spread targets like this and Cryo. Like on a not very high health boss, but you have to get in this thing. Then you have to spread again because he's doing the chain lightning, and that'll hurt you. Doing the root. But the priest dispels it, and he only does it the one time, just like the Necrotic Wake. But yeah, those things you'd probably just kind of, be dotting up, seeing if you can maybe kill, keep the count from getting too horrible. But that's it. It doesn't do really anything else, but he's still a pretty cool boss, and he's got the soft range, so I mean it's not trivial. I was hoping. I don't know why I'm even looking like I can. Oh, I'm in it. Okay, cool. So yeah. You have time to DPS through the first, while the first beam's going. You can keep DPSing. Second beam. Because I need to cut this out pretty quick. Anyway, thanks for watching, by the way. As soon as he does the thing, I'm just gonna try to kill this, because I was trying to be a half an hour 'Cause, you know, people don't want to watch an hour video. But I am looking like I am seriously like want to join the big leagues, so to speak. I've been wanting to for years, but I have extremely I got social problems and stuff. Not from demeanor, but from whatever. I don't know. Like, why am I rambling like this? Anyway, point being, thank you for watching. Hopefully I helped somebody, and this wasn't too annoying. Meowdy bye? I don't know. What am I doing? Well, that's the... I'm not gonna cut it off until I get out of the instance, because I figure people might want to see. Oh, I guess it's probably kind of silly that they drop Chaos Orbs. It'll probably get caught on PTR, but just skip catching it on the PTR and remove that from the loot table now. If for some reason you wanted to go back out, which again does need visual clarity because you probably didn't know they were there, this one will always take you here. Yes, this portal will always take you over here, and this one will always take you over here. Don't take that one. And if you do take that one, actually, may as well. Since I already told people they could stop watching if they wanted. So there's nothing super of value. If you jump off... Yes, if you take this one by accident. Derp. I didn't see that one over there. You know, if Blizzard doesn't update it. I took the wrong one. Crap. I'm way back here at the second boss. You know, right after the first boss. What do I do? Just jump. No penalty. Or no, yeah. No death penalty. Even if you jump off during a boss, I don't think... Well, trash at least, it just resets. This is very resettable. Probably got a lot of snapping potential too. Blizzard devs, look out for snaps. Anyway, if you mess that up, just go back to the other one. Ta-da! Back over here. Just see how much better designed this dungeon was than... Sorry, no, it's just one of the best dungeons. Like, new dungeons are great too. Like, new devs are great too. Like, Blizzard's making great progress. Y'all are great. Everyone's great. Not trying to insult people. Right, let's get out of here. Thanks for watching. Goodbye.